Okay, good evening everyone. Gosh, we got a lovely, lovely evening here. Amazing. It's incredibly warm today. It's about 28 degrees Celsius, so we had an incredible jump in temperature. Really unbelievable. Unbelievable. And the nice thing, we got a lovely breeze, and the good thing, the great news is the wind is coming from behind. This is very rare. And that's good news, so hopefully we'll see some action today, because they will definitely be facing the wind, which means directly towards the camera. And that's not very often the case. So at the moment they are still resting, but hopefully food will come in, and if food does come in, Ma or Pa will make a turn and face the camera, which is incredible. That's really not often the case. I was hoping for such a day, and here we are. Finally, we're here. And the good news is the technology is working. Touch wood, so touch my head. So let's hope it really works stable. It's improving every day, going faster and faster, and I'm really pleased about that. I just pointed out in the chat forum. By the way, for those of you who are listening and who do not know what the chat forum is, that's White Rock. Just Google White Rock Eagle Chat, and you'll get the address to that. I did get a few emails, complaints saying, "What is this chat?" So I should definitely make the effort and say that is right now definitely the most effective way to communicate with me. I'm sure we'll take this to another level, and if people want to dial in or talk in via Skype, that will also be possible in future. But there are many people who don't. They just want to text, and that's fine. I mean, why did text messages, contrary to all predictions, take off so much? And there you see, just as we start the show, there's already some action up there, which is wonderful. So it's nice and sharp. By the way, we got really wonderful screenshots yesterday. Thank you. I've seen some on the Hancock Wildlife Forum. Beautiful screenshots. If you want to go to the forum, many of you post there, I know. Whoops, and there comes a poop. Annie Stewart runs that. Really, really very well run chat. White Rock Eagle Nest, the webcams, and since I'm also in a way a webcam now, these images are posted there, and who knows. By the way, I did get some beautiful images last night. I did post them in Dropbox, and every day we get a few more for Dropbox. So if you're interested in images, and I will continue to collect them, just send me an email at sassephoto at gmail.com. So I'm just going to walk back just to see if all the settings are correct, to make sure I'm not holding a monologue here. So just hang on. Okay, I think the audio quality should be fine. I'm talking into the mic, high quality mic here. So I think that's all fine. As I predicted, they're going to face the camera directly now. So that's really wonderful. Make sure that the images are sharp all the time. I apologize if that occasionally happens. Usually does not happen when we have very good contrast and light, but in low light conditions it can happen. So at the moment, is that Jules? I'm not sure. Jules is still hiding behind the curtain before the act starts. So in a moment the performance will start. Beautiful bird. There we go. It's a hot day, you can see that. Definitely having their mouths open, their beaks open. Quite incredible. What I will do is I will switch cameras as soon as I get a few images. Um, I will switch cameras and I'll give the opportunity to take screenshots. I've seen some incredible screenshots yesterday from some of the images I took, and that means actually the quality is coming across much better than I thought. Which is good news because this is quite a low-profile video card, and it's it's really doing its job. Amazing. Well, the mic is actually so incredible that I can hear somebody, in a way, pushing a fork against the dinner plate, which you cannot even hear when you're standing here. So I don't think there's any problem here in sound quality, which is good again, because this is the best mic where the sound's coming in. It's coming straight through HDMI. Okay, we'll just have to wait a bit. Looks like they're both awake now. Yeah, I've seen some screenshots taken already. At the moment, I'm not going to take any images because the sun is still too high for that. Wait a bit, or wait until they start flapping, and it'll be perfect. Yesterday, I did post some images of them flapping, but they were, again, we had clouds and it was very difficult. Today, the sky is completely clear. It's just amazing. You probably saw that on the wide-angle camera, looking out on the bay. It's really an amazing day, and the wind is incredible because it's blowing from the west to the east, which is really, really optimum, and that's why the eagles, well, they should be facing this way when they flap their wings. They're not doing that at the moment. They're just looking to the nest. I did see an eagle on the other tree behind me. That's in direction of west, in the westerly direction earlier. So I believe that was Maopa. I didn't have time to look because I was rushing to get everything set up. Seems to be gone now. So very likely to appear at some time. As you can see, we have a remarkably beautiful day here. Okay, I'm just going to wait a little bit, put it on a wide angle camera, and if there's some flapping, I'll take some images. But it's rather quiet at the moment, which is normal. It's 6:45, it's still early, another at least 2 hours till sunset. Okay, I've just blended in again my email address. In case you don't know, as I said, I have a Dropbox which fills as soon as I get new images. That just increases, and sometimes I just throw in a few bonus images of eagles here from the area. And you may print them for your own case, you may distribute them to your friends, that's all fine. As long as they're not sold, as long as you use them for non-commercial reasons, enjoy yourselves. If you do need any note from me, if you have them printed and they refuse to print it because my copyright's on there, I can write a note, it's not a problem. Yeah, it's a bit quiet still. They disappeared again, but they'll get hungry, like me. Okay, I'm going to switch off the microphone for now because one of them just came to the Outlook post. So hopefully that'll be fine. So you may be without sound. Yeah, I just put that note down there. The no audio that'll disappear in a few days when I have a proper audio mixer. Don't worry about it for now. I can't do the audio switching in the software itself. Don't worry about it. That's why I put the note in there. There's nothing wrong with your speaker system. That's me, because I have to switch off the HDMI when I'm taking images here with the with my high-res camera here with the 800 millimeter. Then the sound disappears from here. I don't go and switch over to the other microphone because this microphone is a lot better quality. And as I said, I'll get the audio system improved in a few days when the audio mixer is running. So it'll be substantially better, and then it'll be very easy to switch over a microphone. So at the moment I'm just using the one microphone because it's just better. We have wind blowing, so I don't want to switch to the to the webcam. It just gives awful sound in your rooms, and there's nothing you will miss. So it's still quiet at the moment. Not much movement, but if I jump here and the audio suddenly disappears when you're on the wider cameras. Nothing to do with you. That's what I'm doing here. Well, they do look very hot. It is warm. Yeah, eagle eyes are really fascinating because they can individually control the eye. Sometimes you have the nictitating membrane on the one eye and not on the other. I have plenty of those images. If ever anyone's interested, I have so many examples of that. I usually don't post them because people don't like them, but I have really interesting images of eagles and eyes. I've seen amazing. I mean, their pupil size also increases or decreases independently. So, for example, if this eaglet is facing this way now, and the sun is actually coming from the direction now, where the eye is pointing to, the other pupil will be a lot larger. By the way, the train's coming now, so get ready. Turn up your speakers and scare everyone away. Pump up the volume. Well, fortunately, we have the better mic on, so otherwise you would have a terrible distortion. You know, it goes into saturation so quickly. The amplifier on the other mic is absolutely unbearable. It's unbearable. This is much better. Yeah, it's really fantastic that they're facing this way. I mean, with the wind, this is not often like this. It's not often we have a day like this. It's really a wonderful combination. This will stay for a few hours, and probably tomorrow morning the wind will have changed again. This is definitely the best time for photography. Poor hot bird, my goodness. I'm just going to switch over to the other camera and try and take a few images for you, okay? So I'll post them tonight. Okay, you're going to experience a loss of audio now, so you're not deaf yet, okay? I'm just going to switch the live view off. Okay, sound is back. I'm just going to show you images. Hang on. As you know, as the light. Okay, now they're both there, so I'm probably going to switch back to the other. In case something happens, I can finally get both of them on a beautiful image, which I've always been trying to do. Whoops. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to just switch back. Okay, not much happening yet. I've just increased the resolution for you so that you can take better screenshots. Once we get the opportunity, like this one. Whoops. Oh, there you go. That's very sharp. Yeah, that's not bad. I think in an hour's time it'll be even sharper. Try and get it a bit sharper. I think that's sharp. Okay, I've increased the, the depth of field now, so now it should really be sharp. Should be no more problems. You see, we're capturing at 1/60th of a second, which is extremely slow. That's why the depth of field is so large, and that's why the image is so sharp. If you take a single image at 1/60th of a second, it'll only be sharp if the subject does not move within 1/60th of a second. Most of the time it does happen. I mean, when they sit there, of course, it's not so much, but they can do very sudden head movements or so, and that's what gives a blurred, will give a very blurred, distorted image. So, there's one good thing about 4K, by the way. I know I was complaining about 4K that nobody can see it. 4K basically means 4 times better resolution than HD. But there is one good thing for photographers, and I would be excited to see the next generation of 4K come out, simply because you can take incredibly high-res screen captures. Okay, so if you're taking a movie, and you're taking a movie at, each picture being 4 megabytes, that's going to give you quite an incredible resolution from a single screenshot. And if you're just lucky and the subject doesn't move too much within a 60th of a second, you'll get, quite good resolution. And if you're not so interested in doing film, and you run at much shorter exposure, of course, and you have enough light, then you can do some incredible things with 4K. You could expose at maybe 1,000th of a second, just have one image come in after the next. It would, in a movie it wouldn't flow so nice, but the single images would be good because you're running at 30 or 60 frames a second. I think we're really fortunate today because it is so hot. Of course, they don't move that much. That's why I can give you this close up, and of course, because we have so much light, the depth of field is very good, and that gives us a lot of advantages. We certainly don't have many days like this. This is quite rare, I think, really. Very nice, very sharp. Fortunately, we have this wonderful breeze today. I mean, it really feels like summer now. For me, this really feels like the first day of summer. Maybe many of you in warmer areas, especially in the U.S., will say that's crazy. I mean, I've been to, I've been to Louisiana and Mississippi in summer. It's unbelievable. The humidity. I think of heat. Jackson, that's right. It was Jackson, Mississippi. I couldn't believe that. I was watching some linesmen work outside because I do electrical engineering, and I could not believe they were going up in a bucket lift to fix some lines there. And they have to be insulated, so they wear these thick clothes. And I couldn't even stand on the ground. It was so humid. It was so humid. We had over 100 Fahrenheit, and oh my goodness, I was only there for a few hours, and I couldn't believe these people were working. So, we are very blessed here. It's dry at the moment, very pleasant, and yeah, I think this is actually the best weather. Yeah, sometimes the focus is slightly off, which is irritating. Now it's okay again. So now we're fine. That's why you need a cameraman. My justification for being here. Yeah, I just saw one of the comments in the chat. So it's White Rock Eagle Chat. For those of you who are listening, if you want to put in some comments for me, Google White Rock Eagle Chat. White Rock Eagle Chat. Just Google it. White Rock Eagle Chat. And that's a forum where I read questions at the moment. So for those of you who feel like sending me some questions, that's the way to do it. You don't need to be part of the forum, so there's no force. By the way, if you do want high-res images, and I've got lots of beautiful high-res images, and I'm going to take quite a few, send an email to sassefoto@gmail.com. That's the advantage you have when you take part in these broadcasts here, the live Eagle broadcasts. I do have a Dropbox, and on the Dropbox, I distribute images freely. So the high-res images for non-commercial use, you can print them out. I'm going to once again blend in the my email address. Just send me an email, and I will add you. Ask me to please add you to the list, and I will do that. Okay, I've just blended in my email, sassephoto@gmail.com. That's Dropbox. For those of you who don't know what Dropbox is one of the many cloud sharing uh, servers that exist. It's one of the most famous one, not the cheapest one, but it doesn't cost anything to join if you stay underneath a certain storage size, and below that storage size it's not a problem. And I promise you, you'll stay below that storage place, but you will get high-res images. Oops, here comes a train, like a passenger train, so it won't be very long. Someone looks a bit tired and sleepy. There you go. I think this is by far the best day from here that we're having, simply because of the wind and the weather. So it's good to see this, and I can well imagine that there'll be more activity, as it gets a little bit cooler and food comes in, which I hope, because that means that Mama or Papa Eagle will come in directly against the wind, which means towards us. Perfect for photography, really. Rare from this side because the wind usually blows in the other direction. You've seen this many times. It's very good to pay attention when you have the PTZ camera from the White Rock Eagle Nest cameras. Look at the way the wind is blowing. Just have one look at the ocean and you'll know. And for me, it's always very important. I try and set up my cameras even here around the eagle nest according to the wind. Of course, also the sun, but the wind is really important. For those of you who don't know, I'm running here with two professional grade Nikon cameras. The one I'm talking to, he has a microphone and has the largest lens that Nikon actually has. It's an 800mm lens, and I've got a 1.2 teleconverter in. And at the moment we are running at a magnification of about 53, 54. The highest you usually get for binoculars are 16 to 18 times magnification, and that you would need an image stabilizer to see anything with. And now, of course, we're going beyond 60 magnification to see this. It's very nice because you can observe wildlife without interfering in any way, and that's also very important to get high quality. I really love the development of webcams all over the world to watch wildlife. It's just incredible. Have a look. I mean, of course, Hancock Wildlife Foundation with Eagle cameras has been doing this for a long time, since 2006, and now, especially in the States, you get the most incredible eagle camp, not eagle camps, but just wildlife camps. It's just magnificent in Alaska. It's so beautiful. Sometimes one gets very emotional. I do when I see that, because it's incredible. You see bears taking salmon. You see puffins. Oh my goodness, isn't it amazing? I think we're very fortunate to see all that. And what I like about that approach is it gives everybody the possibility to watch such the beautiful nature we have, become aware of it, teach it to the children, teach it to others, and enjoy it without interfering, and that's really wonderful. Still a bit sleepy here. I don't know who that is. I must just have a look. Is that Jules or Indy? I'm not quite sure. Welcome to this live show. It's free. It's for you to enjoy. My name's Christian Sasse. I'm just doing this really out of passion for everyone to enjoy, and I also distribute free images. So I've blended in onto the screen a folder via Dropbox. Send me an email. The email address is there, and you can join, and I put high-res images in there, which you can use for non-commercial reasons.